Major Mohammed Ali Shah, defense analyst, is joining us for more on this story. Major Mohammed Ali Shah, what further details can you share with us?
Uday, definitely the buses would be sent to Mariupol and there would be a small humanitarian corridor extended over there. There would be a ceasefire. But at the same time, Uday, going by the past experience, I would say this should not be taken that, okay, it's a humanitarian corridor and there would definitely be a ceasefire. There would definitely be a humanitarian corridor given over there. All precautions need to be taken. One has to apply their mind even while evacuating. One can't take it for granted, oh, we'll be safe and sound. And so, yes, because earlier also, when the first ceasefire was to take place, within 2 hours of that, there was abrogation of ceasefire. So most certainly there would be buses, there would be a large-scale evacuation that would take place in a limited time. So one has to exert all precaution, and let's hope that there is no collateral damage, and let's hope there are no civil casualties in that there.
Right, stay with us, Major Mohammed Ali Shah. We're getting further breaking developments now coming in. Russian troops have vacated Ukraine's Chernobyl nuclear power plant after weeks of occupation, but also took an unspecified number of captive Ukrainian servicemen with them, is what officials in Kyiv are saying. So clearly, Major Shah, we're learning that Russian troops have vacated Ukraine's Chernobyl nuclear power plant, but have taken several servicemen captive.
And these things would happen in a war where they would take the other side's captive, definitely. But you definitely cannot term it as a kidnapping. And like Ukraine had said, they had kidnapped our mayor. They had taken him captive. They had captured him. He was taken as a prisoner of war. As simple as that. So when such allegations take place, and yes, and why not? And a country, it is unfair, it is unethical, it is morally wrong, it is not acceptable, yes, but what can one do? When one country comes and takes, and similarly there were reports earlier that Russian troops have surrendered to civilians in Ukraine earlier, but this is all information warfare going on there. There is a lot of psychological warfare going on there, because in a war zone, the access to actual reporting, to actual footage, to actual ground zero reporting is actually limited, even when they are, I respect the reporters over there who are reporting over there, but at the same time, again over there, it is very, very difficult. For soldiers it is difficult, leave alone for a journalist, and I commend the journalists, though they're doing a great job over there. But again, there is a lot of information warfare. We do not know which party to actually, so the West is actually in a way winning the information warfare, you would say, and Russia is actually trying hard to win the Ukraine war. But the Ukrainians are putting up a very, very tough fight. They are building up a strong resistance. It is all because of foreign powers as well, because they have the blessings and the support of a lot of powers which are from the West. So most certainly, when there are reports that Russian troops have taken a lot of servicemen captive, this is bound to happen in a war there. This is bound to happen.
Right, Major Mohammed Ali Shah, defense analyst, with us at this point on the broadcast. Major Mohammed Ali Shah, crucial meeting scheduled today of Sergei Lavrov with Prime Minister Modi and the External Affairs Minister. Obviously, Russia will continue to put their stand and view on point, but what are we going to continue to get out of this relationship is something that we will try and emphasize on. Your reading of these meetings today, what do you believe will be the outcome, and what will be on the table according to you?
See, Uday, we have, as it is, seen a lot of diplomatic meetings in these last few days, and the next few days also further, we are going to be seeing a lot of diplomatic meetings. And Sergei Lavrov comes at a very crucial time when, as it is, India is buying discounted oil from Russia, and of course, US is having their reservations on that, and Mr. Dalip Singh had come and he said in no uncertain terms that there would be serious consequences on that. But let me tell you, India will do what suits their own people. And also, again, if you recall, last week, March 9th, the Japanese Prime Minister Fumio Kishida was here. March 20th, Austrian Foreign Minister Alexander Schallenberg was here. March 21st, Austrian PM Scott Morrison was here. March 22nd, US Secretary of State for Political Affairs Victoria Nuland was here. March 23rd, Greece Foreign Minister Nikos Dendias was here. March 24th, Oman Foreign Minister Syed Badr bin Harnat bin Hamad al-Busani was here. March 25th, Chinese Foreign Minister Wang Yi had come here after visiting Pakistan and was heading to Nepal. So we've had these meetings, and then we had March 28th, we had the EU Special Envoy, Indo-Pacific Gabriel Westin over here. Then on March 30th, that was just day before yesterday, we had the Mexico Foreign Minister Marcelo Ebrard and German Foreign and Security Policy Advisor Jen Trotner here. So yes, and yesterday we had the UK Foreign Secretary Liz Truss and US Deputy Secretary NSA Dalip Singh, where I just told you, Dalip Singh gave a very, very stern message that consequences would be there thereafter. And now today we have Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov, and tomorrow we have the Nepal Prime Minister, in fact today only in fact, Nepal Prime Minister Sheikh Bahadur Dioba. We also were supposed to have the Israeli Prime Minister, but then he had COVID, so his trip got postponed. Now, what can we expect from the Russian Foreign Minister? Well, they were a series of payments which were to be made to Russia. Firstly, it would be discussed on that. Secondly, the mode of payment. Like the US has said, okay, you cannot pay in dollars. But Russia said, fine, we will pay in, the payments could be made in rupees or rubles, or even in gold for that matter. So yes, a lot can be discussed about the trade, about the foreign relationship. But again, having said that, that does not mean that India is supporting Russia's actions. It is certainly not. India is supporting Ukraine. Well, or Russia, none of them. India has taken a very balanced, very mature, very pragmatic, very rational stand. And just because India is not going against a particular nation, that does not mean that India is favoring the other nation.